Welcome back to my Astro Imaging Journey channel. This chapter we're going to be going over dynamic background extraction. I know I'm going to have some ringing around this, so let me do a quick ABE or automatic background extraction just to see where I need to focus on. So the defaults will work just fine. We stretch that out, and once again I forgot to do subtraction, so let's do that once again. Alright, that's going to look better. Okay. So as you can see, I have some type of a halo out here. So I need to make sure I keep this in mind when I'm doing the dynamic background extraction. This wasn't part of the light vortex astronomy tutorial. This is something I like to do so I know where I need to focus my data points are during DBE. So, and I'm just going to create a quick one, just that way it already has subtraction there, and I don't have to worry about it going forward. So now we're going to go to dynamic background extraction. And by and large, according to Chiron on the LVA site, we use pretty much defaults. So I'm going to select this guy, hit reset. The only thing we really change, or we should be changing, are these two values here. How big our sample is and how many samples per row. So I'm going to go to 20. We're going to go 15. We're going to generate. Now I know there was some of that stuff, especially up in here. So we are going to change our tolerance up to a 0.8. We're going to resize all. But we generate. Now we got a lot more. All over the place. Another thing we could have done, let's just reset this. We'll do 15, 20, let's say generate. You can see we're missing some up in this area where we had some of that almost nebula looking fuzziness. If we put a point right there and we go over to it, now we can select it. Now, if it was red, we would definitely need to pull that tolerance up, okay, until this no longer was red. So we'd have to have this as, so let's try dropping this to, say, a 0.2, and then resize. Oh, 0.2, not 0.2. As you can see, there's this one here we can't use. So we can just increase that to a 0.3, resize all, and now they turned. So for manual points, for this particular image, between a 0.2 and a 0.3, should get most of what we want if we were doing manual points. And I could go through here and, you know, just start clicking around, and, you know, but is that really the most efficient way to do it? Maybe, maybe not. Instead, reset everything. I know a 0.8 is going to work. My sample radius is 15. This time, I want to go to 30 on my samples per row. Let's generate. It gives me a lot more points to work with. Better chance to catch that haze. So now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to zoom in real quick, or real close rather. And now is where I'm just going to be looking at my data points. Now if I need to, click on it, look here, see if there's any dark spots. Let me move this guy. So anything that's a star or distant galaxy, you see it has a nice dark spot. So anything that's suspect, we will move. And if you had watched my previous videos, you would have heard me talk about moving this away from the edge. According to Kyron, in his tutorials, we want those on the edge and the corners. He makes it a point to say to especially include the corners and the sides. So was I doing things wrong? Quite possibly. We'll find out. So I'm going to quickly pan through these points and look for any that I might need to move. Alright, I think that's pretty well done. Kyron also recommends zooming way out and just making sure we got a good basis, a good distribution, which it looks like we do. You know, our arms of the galaxy are coming out this way, so hopefully we're not getting too much of that. So now all we do is click the green execute. And let it do its thing. However, what did I forget to do again? Subtraction. Yes. So I'm going to have to do this again. Alright, there was our background. So come back down here, correction, subtraction. I'm going to discard. And once again, green check mark. Alright. So let's auto stretch that. And yeah, we can work with that. We can work with that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this. DBE. Okay. I'm going to create my process icon. E. Alright, so I can close DBE. Move this over here. Get rid of my drizzle. Because now this is what I want to work off of going forward. So with that, that completes this chapter. Could I run DBE on it one more time? Try to focus in on some of these other areas. Yes, I could, but you know, that's all right. We will, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. That concludes this chapter. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. As always, clear skies.